Okay guys, how are we doing? Now I'm going to create a video for section 5.1. It's your power rules. This is arguably the most important section in the entire course. Every single thing we do from now on, you need to know this material. Now I know there are certain things that you can get by without learning. This is not one of them, okay? You're going to get 4 properties in this section, and you're going to get more in the next section. You need to know these. It's not going to be so much memorization though. These are patterns, and the more you work on them, the more you're going to know them. You're just going to recognize the pattern and know what to do. Now I get to do something because I get to do videos that I can't normally do in class because I don't have enough time. I'm going to show you why these things are, why they work, okay? First of all, a little bit of terminology, okay? The bottom here is called the base. And this is either the exponent or the power, okay? What this is it's shorthand for repeated multiplication. We've seen it before a little bit. If I ask you to do 3 to the 4th power, what this means is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Okay? By definition, that's what it means. Okay? Now for this first property, a to the m times a to the n. If we have the same base, that's important, it needs to be the same base. What we get to do is we keep that base and we add their exponents. So let's look at a simple example to see why that might work. Let's say we have x to the 3rd times x to the 4th. If I'm just following the pattern, what this should be is x to the 3 plus 4, which is x to the 7th. Okay? Let's go by definition. I'm going to write this whole thing out. X to the 3rd is x times itself 3 times. I'm going to put parentheses around it so you can see what's happening. They're not mathematically important. It's just to help you see what's going on. Times x to the 4th. So 4 x's multiplied together. Now with multiplication, we could rearrange these all we want to. We can multiply in any order. The parentheses are not important. What we have is x multiplied by itself how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is x to the 7th. So what I'm saying here is that this follows directly from the definition here. If, and I don't recommend this, but if you forget your rules or if you start to get confused on the test, you can create a simple example for yourself. Use the rules for generally what a power is, and you can probably figure out what you're supposed to do. Okay? Now, let's compare this to the next one. A to the m to the n is a to the m times n. What we have here is a power raised to a power. And when you have a power raised to a power, you keep the base and you multiply the exponents together. So let's look at a variation of this, okay, of this one right here. So let's say we had x cubed to the 4th power. I kept the same exponent so you can see the difference. The property says I should multiply these together and I should get x to the 12th power. Well, let's go by definition. This is x to the 3rd raised to the 4th power. That means it's x to the 3rd times x to the 3rd 4 times. Now you can use the property we just did up here and we showed that it was true and add 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, which would give you 12. Or if you're still not sure, you could write this out 12 times. Which is pretty obnoxious, and that's why we have the rules, but it works.